Hello and welcome. I have a I'm using an old headset actually. The headset I've used for previous videos was, it was a nice headset. My son bought it for me for my birthday about a year and a half ago. It cost like $60. And it was pretty awesome. Well, it gave out, as everything does in time. The wires broke, and so I am using my previous headset, and the sound quality doesn't seem to be quite as good. So for that I apologize. I hope you'll stick with me, and after a few bills get paid and a couple of paydays come around, I'll be getting a new headset, as well as the game Rising World, which is very similar to Minecraft. The graphics are completely different. There are a lot more options with your building, with different shapes. It's not just blocks and half blocks. I still love Minecraft, but I'm quite excited about this new game, and it's not completely in yet. They're still adding stuff all the time. So anyway, for those of you who have seen the video series for the build of this restaurant, I kept talking about using slabs for your floors to give you more options for your interior decorating. Well, today I literally woke up thinking about Minecraft. Yes, that's sad, I know. But I've been wanting to do a build, but I was afraid to use this headset, so I did a little test. I can hear some background noise, but hopefully you guys can't hear that as well. Anyway, so today I thought I would do a build and use the slabs as I have recommended in the past, not just in the videos for this build, but in other videos as well, and show you the advantages of using the slabs for your flooring. The disadvantage is, as you can see here, we were able to use wool, and it gave us a nice smooth carpet look. Well, if you're using half slabs, there are no half slabs in wool. Your carpet makes things difficult to place on top of. So I've used carpet here as my tabletop, so it's supposed to look like a gray tablecloth. But the thing is, when you put carpet on the floor, it has a bit of a different look, especially if you mix it with the wool. If you saw the series on this restaurant, we had to go back and fix the floor because I tried to use just carpet first, and there were some things like this table. I couldn't use carpet underneath the table because it wouldn't let me set the table on top of it. So there are disadvantages to using the whole blocks, and there are disadvantages to using slabs. So if you saw the video for this restaurant, you'll see the advantages and disadvantages for the whole blocks. Today we're going to do a build using these slabs as the floor. So let's get to it. I am in creative mode. I have been watching a series. Oh, good grief! Now I can't remember his name. I think it was. Oh my gosh, VidCat. Oh goodness, I can't believe it. Anyway, he's been doing a series in Rising World that's pretty good. Or is it Splattercat? Anyway, one of the things he comments on is that, he doesn't like to build in creative mode because to him it's kind of like cheating, taking the easy way out. But in Rising World, it takes quite a bit longer to gather resources in that game than it does in Minecraft. So, because he does have a life and he does have other things to do, he followed a suggestion by one of his viewers and decided to gather his resources in creative mode and use flying so that he could, avoid having to build scaffolds all the time and falling off and things that would typically slow down a build. Now, I have to agree, I prefer survival mode. I prefer to gather my own resources. I wish I could fly in survival mode, because that's a really nice feature. But not having to do the scaffolding is definitely a plus. I am doing, for this village, I am doing my builds in creative mode for the episodes, for the videos, just like he was saying, for a time saver. I have other villages I'm working on that I am doing in survival mode only, and I don't mix the two. I don't, the resources that end up in my inventory after doing a creative mode episode, they get tossed. I don't keep that. To me, that's mixing, and I don't. Anyway, this village, I've done a little bit of cleanup work on it. If you haven't seen it already in a previous video, I mowed the yard for one thing. I changed the pathways to granite instead of the gravel. There were huge caves underground that the villagers kept getting lost in, and anyway, I filled those in with dirt, and I mean filled them in. I didn't just block them off. I filled them in with dirt. It was time consuming, but it's worth it, because if I'm going to build here and dig, I don't want to hit a block and then all of a sudden plummet down 20 blocks. So I have a tendency to fill in things like that instead of just blocking them off, because I'm a klutz. That's why. So right now, if you're wondering why I'm just flying around aimlessly, I'm trying to decide where to put this build, and I don't want to put it here because I'm working on, this is another project in progress, working on a terraforming series where this is going to be a cave with a waterfall, and the water's going to come down into here. We connected this river. This area here was not originally part of the river, and we connected it again over here. The river comes around, and we connected it so that it would have smoother flow, I guess you could say. Anyway, I'm trying to find a good spot to do this build for this video. I don't want to do a huge house, but I would like some space. How about we just do it right here? I am sure there are some people that prefer to leave the grass, because the grass does make a nice, it does add to your terraforming. It adds to your landscape. It gives it more texture, more depth. But for me personally, if I'm doing an animal pen, where I've created a rather large pasture, then I will even take out all the grass there first, and then I usually go back after I'm finished and put grass back in. I'm trying to decide how much space I want here. But I'll put the grass back in. You can gather grass easily in survival mode. It only takes 2 iron ingots to make a set of shears, and you use those shears on the grass. Disadvantage of creative mode is the same thing that could be considered an advantage, and that's the instant block destroy. The advantage is the time saving. Disadvantage is how easy it is to destroy blocks you did not intend to. So I have to be careful. Alright, let's fill this in, because I don't really want that there. And yes, I know you can click and drag, but sometimes that slows me down to the point that it's not an advantage. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think this gives us a good enough space. Let's see. I kind of want to. I'm tempted to stick with the oak and cobblestone like the original village. But then again, if I'm going to build this village up, I like the restaurant being a different. I like the restaurant having different building blocks. Even though I am in creative mode, I prefer to use resources that are reasonably easy to gather in survival mode. Let's see. Well, let's go with something simple. We're going to go ahead and use the cobblestone for the foundation. Well, let's just start with that. Let's start with the foundation and get a little floor plan going, and then we will decide, and I think we will set it up so that the door is here, just like those. Also, if you have watched my previous episodes, you will know that more often than not, I basically just go with the layout of the land to determine. Let's see, there's 2 spaces there. 1, 2, 3 spaces there. Let's make that 4 on each side. Wow, that's pretty wide. Let's see how many blocks that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I messed up already. Alright, we're going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That leaves room for a single door here. So it's 13 long. Alright. We'll leave that to mark the center for the front. And this will get filled in. I don't want a hole. Okay. Alright, so this will be the front, and we'll go back. One, two. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's awfully big for a porch. Yeah, but by the time we get our walls and stuff up. Okay, we're going to do a porch. So alright, so this is going to be our porch. Let me put this here, so just kind of as a marker. If you're not in creative mode, and you haven't done a lot of building, dirt is your friend. It's easy to break. It's good material to use to mark. Okay, so if that's the porch, let's go ahead and bring the house out. 2 more on each side. And I want to leave some space back here so that we can have a little bitty patio or something to enjoy the water. So how far did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8. And yes, I know this basically looks like a big box right now. I really don't like for them to do that, but considering the size of the main house, I'm thinking the porch is too large. Let's 2, 3, 4. Let's bring that in a little bit. Let's bring it in even more. Let's I apologize. I know it's probably not fun to watch me think. Let's see. The doorway here, need room for the railing. Let's trim this down. A little bit more. And we can use this for storage for a chest or something. I brought that in too. Alright, so that gives us a little bit of a porch. And the house is a complete box. And then we can have the back door . Okay. Now, I am not going to make this big enough for a fireplace. If you would like to see how to do the fireplace build, the restaurant series has that. I believe the 3rd video in that series has the restaurant build. It's pretty simple. But we're not going to worry about a restaurant. This is our fireplace. This house is not going to be big enough to do a fireplace and have a good proportion. So let's just go up 6. So we have the foundation. We'll say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. There are different styles of design for Minecraft, and I have mentioned this before. The thing is, you can do some pretty mind-blowing builds if you do not keep the size proportionate. Why am I not able? There we go. I was in the way. If you do not keep the size proportionate to your avatar, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm trying to count. I have seen some wonderful builds that have a cathedral-like quality to them because the ceilings are so incredibly high, and they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. And it takes a lot of creativity to do things like that. My buddy Rift, he met someone when he was playing Diablo 2 online, who apparently has a multiplayer server of his own in Minecraft. He doesn't use Realms. He uses the free option for the multiplayer server. Anyway, his daughter was wanting him to design a world for her doing Harry Potter. Well, that sounds pretty awesome to me. I think that would be incredible. But I'm betting that it's probably not going to be proportionate to the size of the avatar. Your avatar is only 2 tiles high. So, you know, in the real world, a lot of us like the higher ceilings. And you may be 5 foot tall or 6 foot tall, and the ceilings are 8 or 9 feet tall. Well, that's only 3 feet above your head, and we consider that a high ceiling, maybe. Well, in Minecraft, people have a tendency to take it much farther. And like I said, they are beautiful builds. But personally, I prefer my builds to be more proportionate to the size of the avatar. And if you're not a gamer and the term avatar is unfamiliar to you, that's just the little character that I control. Alright, so that's the house. This is house. I'm trying not to spin my camera too much. That gets... Oh. I watched... I've seen a few videos where they do that excessively. Sometimes it can't be avoided. You're going to have to move your camera around. But... we are not finished. What are you doing? Are you just checking things out? You can move in after it's finished. Now, shoo. Alright, so we have our area for our porch. And then this is the main body of our house. And then we've got a back door that's going to lead out to the river. I believe this is river. Or is this a pond? Is this closed off? Okay, so it's a large pond. Alright. So. Alright. I think we should probably go ahead and throw a roof on here real quick. And I'm going to stick with the same system I used before. But we're going to go with andesite. And cobblestone slabs. method I like to use. Oh, I forgot to. Did I mean to bring that across? Yeah, this should come across. This is part of the house. Alright. A system I like to use is, I like to alternate solid blocks with slabs for my roof. It gives it a different look, as you can see with the restaurant. I think it gives it a nice look and gives it more dimension. It may be a little too abstract for some people, and I totally understand that. But I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna do it the way I like. That's the beauty of Minecraft. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and place my blocks. Actually, I want those to stick out. No, I don't. I'm going to put a row. I'm going with this is andesite, right? Yes. I get the names mixed up. I get andesite and diorite mixed up, even though diorite is the white with the black flecks. Scar calls it cookies and cream. I know what I'm talking about, but I call them the wrong thing sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to use the andesite because I'm going to keep with the rock look, but I don't want it to just all be cobblestone. So andesite is easy to get, and it has a nice look, and you can't get slabs in it, so I'm going to use it for the blocks. Alright, so we have that. Now I'm going to place these slabs the bottom half wait, I forgot this corner. But anyway, I was saying earlier, this is going to be a little different, I believe, because of the how do we want to do this? Just make it a covered porch so that it comes all the way out. Let's stop that. Except I'm doing it on the wrong. This may come out. We'll see how it looks. Anyway, I was talking about the camera spinning earlier. I have seen a few videos. It's not real bad for most people, but I have seen a few videos where they spin their cameras so much trying to show you things quickly that I literally got nauseous. I was physically sick to my stomach. I didn't like go hurl or anything, but I felt like I had just got off of a really rough roller coaster. And I tried to avoid that because it's not a pleasant feeling. And it really frustrated me because the video was about furniture ideas. Well, if you've spent any time in Minecraft, chances are you have discovered the basic ideas for furniture on your own. And I mean, not everybody does. Everybody's brains work differently. We are unique for a reason. something that may seem obvious to one person may not be to another, but the person who didn't see that as obvious may have a different idea that is just as wonderful or better, and to them that is obvious where it wouldn't be to someone else. So it's not a matter of being smarter or not smarter or being more or less creative. It's a matter of our brains process differently, and we have different tastes and different ideas, and that's what makes things nice, so everything doesn't look the same. Anyway, this video was supposed to be, he was showing, sorry, I got something in my eye. He was showing different ways to do interior design for your builds. Different living room sets or kitchen sets, different things like that. And some of the stuff was pretty basic. Some of it I had figured out for myself. But some of it I was like, that's a pretty good idea. I'll have to try that. The problem is, he spun his camera so much that I was only, I want to say there were probably 4 or 5 different videos where he basically explored with different types, and I was unable to watch all of them because it was making me sick. And it really frustrated me because I wanted to see them. I was able to make it through, I think, the first 2, and I started watching the 3rd one, and I had to stop. I couldn't do it anymore. And I know I could have gone back to watch them again later, space it out so it doesn't bother me so much. But once something leaves a negative imprint on your mind, it's difficult sometimes to get past that. So once I left, I didn't try to go back. But it did frustrate me because I really was wanting to see what he had come up with. Ugh. I'm too close or I'm too far away. I'm too close or I'm too far away. I really prefer survival mode. This flying business is not my forte. I wish it was. It makes it much easier to be able to fly instead of having to rely on scaffolding, and I'm doing a lot of spinning. Let me see if I can just go backwards a little bit instead of spinning quite so much. Backwards. There we go. It kind of creeps me out to go backwards because I can't see what's behind me. And I know that's kind of silly because I'm in creative mode, first of all, and I'm also in peaceful mode, so it's not like there's going to be some monster that I'm going to bump into, but it just is a creepy sensation for me to blindly just go backwards into the unknown. Dun dun dun. Okay, why does this look different? Oh, because it's not connected. No, because it's different layers. How did I do that? Oh, that connects. Oh, because that. Okay, I see. That is to cover up that part. Okay. I just had one extra little slab in there that was messing me up. Alright, so this part should be easier. They're a lot easier to target, the blocks. And it doesn't help that it's raining, and it doesn't help that it's nighttime. But we will persevere. And I am trying to get this roof done as quickly as I can. The reason I am leaving the recording on while I do this roof, I have mentioned this also before. I really need to get some new commentary. I seem to be awfully repetitive. But I'm not going to assume that everyone has watched all of my videos. That would be a little bit arrogant, I think. Anyway, there are some fantastic builders out there, and they do some wonderful videos on YouTube. And they do put quite a bit of effort into trying to keep their videos short, and they cut out for this, and they cut out for that, and they cut out for this, they cut out for that, because they don't think the viewers want to see it. And they're trying to keep the time down on the video. Well, I totally understand that. But there have been comments made to these builders, and by the builders themselves referring to those comments, that not everybody wants to see all that cut out. No, I don't want to watch somebody mine for 3 hours. I don't watch myself mine for 3 hours. I put Netflix on, or I pop a DVD in the computer and minimize it so that I can watch it in the corner. But I don't know how many times I've watched a video and they're like, okay, well, I'm going to do the roof now, but I don't want to bore you with that, so I'm just going to pause and do the roof, and then I'll come back. Well, then they come back and they go, okay, well, I had to totally redo the roof, and because it was acting weird and blah, blah, blah. Well, what if I'm trying to do a roof and it acts weird? Maybe I needed to see how it was weird and what he did to fix it. So I'm one of those people. I want to see it. I want to see the full build. I don't want half the video to be cut out. Now, that's kind of cool looking, I think. I like the way that turned out. But you see how it has the different textures, but it's still, the color is similar enough that it still has a flow to it. You know? It just gives it a little bit more depth. Alright, so we have our structure, our skeleton. Let's see. What are we going to do for our walls? We could try to go for a cabin look. And use actual logs. Let's see how this would look. Do we need to put a layer around for our foundation? I think we do. It doesn't leave us much room for windows. But this, well, that's not going to be filled in. Yes, it is. That's going to be filled in with dirt. The back isn't, though. I'm just going to keep it uniform. The front, you're not going to be able to see the foundation because of the ground. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, And I know, I don't really like that right now. But I'm going to put it in and see how it looks with more of it. And of course we'll come back and we'll knock out windows and stuff. I am one of those people that I don't always leave space for the windows because I like to see how I have to see things first. I get a picture in my head, sure, but I can't visualize it to the point that I can see the finished product in my head and I'll automatically know whether I'm going to like it or not. My father has an artistic ability. It makes me sad because he quit using it. When I was a kid, he did a lot of freehand sketching. To him, it was no big deal, and I know it's my daddy, so I'm probably biased, but he really actually, he was quite good, and I wasn't the only one who thought so. Even people who weren't related to him thought so. Oops, I messed up the grain. And, but like most things, if you don't keep up with something, you tend to lose your touch. Well, he did. He lost his touch and he quit doing it. But he still has the eye. And I've been with him before, and we'll go. He and my mom love to shop. And a lot of husbands talk about going shopping with their wives like it's a drudgery. But they do it because they love them and they want to spend time with them. But I believe my father loves to shop just almost as much as my mom. I would say almost because my mom really, really loves to shop. And I know Daddy has fun with it, but I don't think it's quite to the level as it is for my mom. But anyway, we would go to places. I don't know how widespread Hobby Lobby is. Garden Ridge Pottery. I don't know if those places are just in Oklahoma or what, but I don't travel much. Anyway, they'll go to places like that, and Dad will have bought a print or something, and he wants a frame for it. So he will go and he'll pick out the matting and he'll pick out a frame, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, really? You're really going to put that together? That's going to look weird, Dad. And he's like, no, it won't. It'll look good. Dad, that's going to look weird. You can't put that together like that. Trust me, it'll look good. Dad, it's going to look weird. No, it won't. You know what? It looks gorgeous. He puts it together and it looks fantastic. And I'm just like, never in a million years would I have put those colors together. Never in a million years would I have thought that would look good like that. But it does. Okay. So, the whole point of that ramble is that for me, it is easier if I see it. Okay. We need wood here. I really like to do double doors preferably, but in order for this to be symmetrical, which is a thing for me, although there are times I do builds that are not symmetrical and they look fine, I am one of those weird people that I prefer symmetry. Okay. But I didn't leave. This isn't long enough for me to have done double doors and it to be symmetric. So we're going to go with single. Alright. I don't know, it's kind of growing on me. I don't know. We shall see what it looks like with some windows. Alright, let's I think I'm gonna stick with this spruce for the floor, except we're gonna do slabs. Oh, stop it. This is why I don't do the click drag very often in creative mode. Although it's easy enough to bust them out, so I guess for time's sake I should probably do that more. Yes, I know it's getting dark, but I'm about to make some windows, so we will have some light. Okay, so our floor is in. We have roof, we have walls, we have a floor. Now, I think if we're going to go with the cabin look, let's just go with the whites for the windows. I don't see, in my mind, if you're going to have a cabin in the woods, basically, probably not going to have tinted glass. There's not much space here to do windows. Let's do it like this. I think I like that. Let's see how that looks. Now, if you are doing a build in survival mode, chances are you want to plan better for your placement of windows and doors so that you don't wear out your tools. I mean, you can get your resources back if you have to bust out the wood, but it does wear down your tools, so that can be annoying, especially if you're using stick and stone tools. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know, I kind of like the way the window's wrapped around in the front. Of course, I like a lot of windows. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's do that over here. Did I leave a space? No. It went from cobblestone to cobblestone. Okay. Alright, now for this, we want some wall. That leaves 2 on each side. Tree. You are in my way. Okay, and we actually should have a pretty nice view of the back. But anyway, whenever I'm building, I like to have a clean palette so that things don't distract me. I get distracted too easily. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that for the windows. And the wood is not quite so overpowering. Yeah. Alright, so we need some stairs. I think we're just going to stick with the cobblestone for the stairs. No. Yes. No. Yes. Alright, so do we need stairs here? No, we really don't, because we have the slabs that allow you to step up and down easily. Alright, so doors. Let's see what kind of door we want. Now, the house is rather dark, so really, as much as I love birch, I'm not crazy about that birch door. I think we're just going to stick with the oak and have a little bit of a contrast with the lighter wood. And I don't know what the proper way is for placing your doors, but I like the way they look better when you do it from the outside, so that you have this space on the inside. And that may not be architecturally correct, but that's what I like to do. Okay, so it's an awful lot of window for an area I said we could use for storage. So maybe we won't use it for storage. Maybe we will do something else. Alright, so now let's get some lighting in here. And we could do chandeliers, but for now I think I'm going to do something simple, and we're going to stick with the oak. We may do some kind of a chandelier later, but for now, this adds sufficient lighting to the entire house, and it doesn't clutter up too much wall space. Now we need some lighting out here as well, but I'm thinking yeah, we're just going to stick with it. Alright, so now we have a basic house, and even though it may seem like it really didn't take that long. Now, the ceiling is a bit blah, so I think we are going to add let's add some texture to the ceiling. I don't know whether to use the shape of the roof or just create a separate ceiling. Let's try something. Let's try some beams. See how this looks. Maybe stick with our cabin, our attempt to have a cabin. And of course this is going to be tricky. Let's see. No, I don't want that flat. Target the top of it. Yeah, I think I want it like that. That cobblestone around the top though. Oh no. I didn't know. Oh, we're hung up on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. I know, that was lame. Okay. And too much spinning. Sorry. It's awkward trying to place these in this tight. Okay, now this should be a little easier. Target the top. Amen. See how that looks from underneath. Yeah, I don't like that. Sorry. I think we're gonna just go with a smooth. Keep trying to use E to close my inventory. I'm used to survival mode. Yeah, we're gonna take out the stairs and go with the planks. I was trying to go with some kind of I wanted to give it some depth, but that's just too busy for me. If you liked it, use it. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it wasn't working. Okay, let's see if we can speed this up. This is getting tedious even for me. But one of the things I love about Minecraft is the ability to experiment and play with different styles and different patterns and combinations, and I love that about Minecraft. Oh, come on. You can reach that. A lot of times when you have the roof textured this way or styled this way, a lot of times I'll just put stairs inverted and follow the grooves, and it does have a nice look, and it's not something I thought up myself. Well, I did find it myself, but there are a lot of builders that use that style, so it's not something I can claim as my own, although I didn't have to be shown. I did discover it on my own. And I've said this before too, but the thing is, this is your world, it's your game. It doesn't matter if anybody else likes it. It doesn't matter if anybody else thinks it's weird or too busy or too plain or too whatever. It's yours. It should be the way you want it, not the way somebody else thinks it should be. This is your game, it's your world, it's your escape. Do what you want. And do I expect everybody to like my builds? No, I do not. I most certainly do not. Am I going to lose sleep over it? Nope. And the reason is not because I'm callous and don't care. It would be nice if people liked my builds. But the thing is, I don't know if it's because I'm old or what, but I do understand that not everybody's going to like the same thing. And I don't want everybody to like the same thing. People are created as unique individuals, and we have different tastes. So why should we all like the same thing exactly the same? That makes no sense to me. That removes the individuality. And I think that's a precious gift, and I don't want it removed. So, I like that. I think that turned out. I think this is looking a little bit more cabin-esque, cabin-like, cabinish, whatever. Alright, so we have our ceiling, roof, walls, windows, doors. I want to do some work on this porch real quick. It'll just take a minute. I wanted it to have a bit more than just... Well, I don't know. That looks pretty finished, doesn't it? A lot of times I'll have an overhang. I'll have a porch overhang, and then I'll use the cobblestone wall and make support posts with it. But those are pretty sturdy, so I'm thinking it has all the support it needs, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the porch is finished. Do we want that to step down like that? I think maybe this needs to be flat. Because I just thought of it with the rain. You don't want a puddle. You have to swim to the front door, sorry. Okay. I think we're good now. Now we need to do the inside. And of course this is going to be the whole point of using the slabs for the floor. Let's see what we need here. Let me show you. Well, I really don't want to mess this up. Let me show you something real quick. Let's grab that. And maybe some oh, I shouldn't have got rid of that slab. Okay. Now, I have seen some people build some pretty snazzy beds. Okay. The thing is, though, when you use the full wool blocks or a full-size block of any building material, if you stop and think about it, if you were in the real world and you looked at the proportion of your bed compared to your body, assuming you're an adult, okay? The bed in Minecraft, if you use, say, a wool block, it's coming up halfway up your body. Most of the time, your bed, unless it stands up kind of high, unless you've got a really high bed, it's usually low enough that you can actually sit on it, okay? If it's up at your belly, at your chest, that's kind of high. So, let's make a little bed here. Okay, I used slabs, so that's going to be down. It's going to sit funny, but just bear with me. And I'm not going to make it excessively long. Like I said, our characters are only 2 tiles. So, Alright, you see how big that bed is? That's a big bed. But if we let's see, how do we want to do this? Ugh. I do not like the way that attaches. And really, this house is too small for this type of bed. And actually, we're going to use gates instead of fence. Alright. You need something to set the fence on. Oh, I'm stuck. I can't get out. Well, open the gate. Okay. So, because we use the slabs, we have more room to play and get better variety in your dimensions. And if you look at this bed looks more like the size that would be appropriate for your character. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give it a footboard too. It's more proportionate to your character, is what I'm saying. And no, you can't lay on it because of the gate. If you make this another tile taller, you can. But I didn't want it touching the ceiling. So, and it's for looks. And this video is not meant to you know what? Let's do that. No, because then that looks weird. I don't know if I like that better or not. Okay. But really, this bed is way too big for a house this size. But the point is, if you use your slabs, you have room to build, and you can sink your wool down into slabs so that your bed looks more proportionate. Instead of it being so tall. Okay? And of course, when you build a bed with wool like this, you have much more selection because you have all those dyes. I mean, look at all these colors your bed can be. So, and that's my attempt at a four-poster bed. And it's not my original concept. I've seen it many times, but I like to use gates instead of fence because it has a smoother look at the bottom instead of the fence hanging down. But anyway, let's look at another reason. Let's see. Let's do... Let's do maybe some oak chairs. If we do that, well, let's try the birch door and see how that looks with it. Or maybe we could use the birch. Well, I kind of want to stick with the wood to go with this cabin theme. Yeah, we'll see how that looks. Alright. Ah, I got rid of my slabs again. Why'd you let me get rid of my slabs? I blame you. Okay. We're going to... Oh, it's not going to let me go behind it. And then that's too short. I'm getting quite frustrated because let me see something. I'm beginning to doubt myself. And that would be because I think I'm doing this wrong. I'm showing you wrong. Which is why it's not looking right to me. Alright, so let's try this again. Yes. Look at that. Oh, it won't sit on the half slab. That's why. Well, let's try the standard stairs. Let's see what happens. Put the stairs on top. Oh, that kind of defeats the purpose. Sorry, I'm getting so quiet. Thinking. I'm a-thinking. Well, that's not as pretty as I was hoping. But it gives you the idea where the chairs sit in the floor. I was thinking I had done this differently. And I don't like that for a table. I like the iron bars and the carpet. Let's get some color in here. Oh, that's too short. I am doing this all wrong. What am I doing wrong here? I have done this before at another house. And I would just go check, but that house no longer exists. It's in a world that has been replaced. That's not right either. Wow, this is really frustrating me. just that simple. And they look like they're sitting in the floor. Oh my god. I think this video is going to be a bust. I probably won't even post it, because I cannot figure out how I did that before. Oh my gosh, my tummy's growling. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Nope, that ain't it. I think I know how I did it. Is that up against? Yes, it is. Okay. That's what I wanted. So I don't think I did it that way. There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I am sorry it took me so long to come up with that. If you stuck it out, then you're great. That's what I was trying to do. And it was so simple, and I really struggled a lot more than I needed to. And all of this can be brought down now that I know what I did. But, yeah, I'm going to, because that's going to bug me. We'll leave the gates up there though, so I'll have to do that again. I'm going to redo this so that it looks nicer. And it's not built up quite so high. Let's get rid of all this. Okay. Now, I guess we don't have to use the red. We'll use blue for our bedspread. Alright, so headboard, pillow, bed. Nope. Yes. Okay. That's what I was trying to get right there. I apologize for my brain fart. With that, see, this is why I don't drag. Okay. And we could just leave it like that, as a matter of fact. And not even do. But I do like canopies. Let's do. No. We're going to keep it simple. I'm trying to put too much in a house. It's not big enough. So we're just going to keep it simple. The headboard and a footboard. Anyway, the point is that I have so horribly messed up. When you use slabs as your floor, you can sink whole blocks down. I was missing the basic step, which is to set the whole blocks on the actual ground. so that your half slab floor or your slab floor comes up halfway over the block, making it a more reasonable proportion to your avatar size. I apologize that I did that so badly. It's been a long time since I did a floor like this, and I'm old. My brain is tired. And I would not have wasted your time had I experimented with this, but I thought I knew what I was doing. And I did get there eventually, but it's not fast enough. So anyway, you have an example of a bed that's more proportionate to your avatar size. You have a couch. The table I've got sunk into the floor, because the thing with the tables and the chairs, in order to get a table and chair or like a couch or whatever, it's hard to get them the right size because they stick up. The table sticks up so high in proportion to the chair that it would be like a little kid sitting in a grown-up chair with his face at the table level, and you really don't want that. So we have a couch area, little coffee table, we've got our bed. I'm wondering if we should wall this off, but there's really not much of a house. Let's see what it would look like with some oak walls. I wish we had half slabs. The other way. Instead of horizontal, have them vertical. That bed is in the wrong place. We need it. There. It's not, it's not sticking out into the middle of the room quite so much. And we really can't do a wall without it interfering with this window, so we need our spruce back. Bear with me, please. I'm playing with an idea here. I really wish you could mix the slabs, but you can't. You have to have two of the same slabs in order for them to stack. And we're going to get rid of... No, we're not. Keep it consistent. Just don't know if I like that for the wall, but I guess it will do. And you can make a little kitchenette in here, and wool is easy to get. You can use that for a fridge, quite simply. Well, let's just make a mini fridge. How about that? Did we grab that button? Yes, we did. Actually, yeah, let's do it like that. Really? It's not a very big kitchen, but it's not a very big house. We could go ahead and make that a full-size fridge, I suppose. Oops. Now you could just not have this window here, and you could put a block and put a lever so it looks like you have a water faucet. But I like having a window over the sink, and since this is closed in anyway, I guess they can look out that window while they're washing dishes. But I like having the window there over the sink. So, alright, so we have a little mini kitchen, a little kitchenette, and it has plenty of lighting. I am tempted to take that wall out and extend it a block, but I'm not going to. And we will use no, I got some of the floor too much. Alright, how did I do that? I think we may have to build this up. Let's get that to look right. Okay, you have your kitchenette, you got your little table, you have your couch. That's an awfully big couch. Let's make it a little bit smaller. No, that was right. Let's try. I don't think the fence will let me I don't think the fence will let me put a carpet on it. Maybe it will. Okay, so we have a little table in pit group area for your guests. We have our dining area. Kitchenette. And let's see. We need some flora. Let's go with let's do this. See how this would look. No, is it too high? Set it in the floor. And the podzol, if you are in survival mode, you can get that from the Tiegra biomes, whether it's the mega or the regular. If you have a tool that is enchanted with Silk Touch, if you try to harvest podzol without Silk Touch, you will get dirt. Fern, the large fern, and the way to get the large fern in survival mode is to use shears, which I said you only need 2 iron ingots to make a pair of shears. And you get the fern with the shears, and then you use bone meal, which you get from grinding up bones when you hunt skeletons. And you use the bone meal on the small fern, and it makes it into a large fern. I don't want to block that view. We'll just keep that short. That looks weird short. Let's put it over here then. Wow, we're still blocking the view. Really don't want to lose that window. There, we still have our window. We have some color. We can put our bush over here, and it won't matter if we block this window because it's looking at a wall anyway. So it might even be better. Actually, let's bring that in. I don't like that right up against. And I used the wrong wood, but that looks better. Okay. So I really don't like this kitchen this small, but it is big enough for one person. And we saved our window by bringing that wall in. Let's see what kind of picture we can get. I wish there was a way to know what you have to go through to get what picture. Well, I'm not crazy about that, but it works. And I don't want to sit here all day rotating through the pictures. Okay, there's really not enough wall space over here to do more pictures. We could, however, alright, I would say this front room is finished. Now we need, we can put a picture in here. Sure, why not? And let's see. Let's do that didn't work as planned. Yeah, I don't like that. Is that how we had that? I don't think it is. And then I think we had slabs on top. Yes, we did. Okay. Fix that back. And we can do add some color in here. Why are we missing glass here? Oh, we're not missing glass, we're missing wood. It must have got forgotten or busted out. Alright, no, that's too... Yeah. And I know, we may take that out. It's an awful lot for this room. Let's see what the pod's all looks like without all the stuff around it. And maybe another fern. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, so put a couple of chests there. Make it look like a dresser, maybe. And something for this corner. Another fern, perhaps. Or maybe... No, I don't need a bookcase in here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we have our little bedroom. This is starting to come together. Now that I finally got over my original flub up. Now let's see. I've seen a lot of designs for toilets, but I'm not sure which one I like the best. But I think we need to bring that out. Okay, so we have a toilet, but with it sunk into the floor because of the half slabs, it's a little bit more proportional. Of course, he has no bathtub, he has no shower. I may need to bring that wall out. It's one thing for the kitchen. Yeah, but if I bring that wall out, then I have just a freaking box again. Well, he can bathe in the pond, and he can wash his hands in the kitchen sink. I really don't want the house just to be a big square. I really don't. And for privacy, let's make these windows where he's not exactly getting peeped on. Okay. And let's see, we need the oak. Alright, well, he has an indoor potty. Just trying to see, I don't know, painting would be kind of silly for in here. I hate to leave the little bathroom quite so barren. Need something to look at. Let's put a painting up over the door area. That's too big. Kind of hoping for that landscape. Oh my god, I am starving. I need to get something to eat. Oh, come on. Just give me that. Oh, well. I want that landscape. Give it to me. There we go. Persistence. Okay, and add a little bit of color. Put a flower on the back of the toilet. Okay. I wonder something. How silly would it look if we put reading material in the bathroom. He could sit in here and read his magazines. And that also gives us a bookcase for the bedroom. May not be very practical, but you know what? We're going to go with it. Yes, we are. I think that turned out kind of cute. Okay, we need some lighting in here. So let's put can't have him on the pooper reading in the dark, so let's put a light I guess here would work. But you know, with the bookcase, I'm thinking the painting is a little much. Okay. Obviously, you would probably want a bigger bathroom so they can have a sink at least, and possibly a shower or a bathtub. But for this little cabin, this little efficiency unit, whatever you want to call it, I mean, he can always go jump in the lake and take a bath. So yeah, I think we're finished in here. And we have a couple of chests here. We don't have very many anywhere else though. Let's see if we can. Let's put some in here. And we'll do the same thing. So we have a few chests there. And put one there. Yeah, I think that's all the places that chests would go without looking horribly cluttered. I think we got it. So, if you stuck with me through all of this madness, I appreciate it. My little flub up trying to get the furniture fixed. It's been a long time since I did that with the half slabs, or I don't know why we call them half slabs. They're slabs. Say a slab is redundant because the slab is the half. Anyway, I think this turned out kind of cute for a basic little house. Alright, so, oh, the backyard, wait a minute. I knew I was forgetting something. Kinda wanted to do, of course, a little pier thing, but I think maybe we will just put a little pathway to the water. To the beach. And he has no... Let's get some coarse dirt. And you know what's cute is the window boxes, and I think we could do that pretty easily with this house. I will show you what I mean. I don't know if that fence is going to interfere. We'll try it. Okay, now if you wanted to, let's go with the oak. I think it would go better with the, if you wanted to, you could have, wooden supports under your flower box. And I'm just targeting the top of the block. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Probably should have done that first. But we got it. Nope. Nope. Okay, stop that. There we go. Standing too close. Okay, obviously don't need supports for those. Oh, this is going to be tricky too. go. So that gives us supports for our little window boxes. Now let's see, what kind of flowers do we want to put in there? You could go with something simple. Say poppies and dandelions. Those are really easy to find. We'll do something different there. Okay, so we have little flower boxes, and for the front, let's use something a little taller. Maybe some lilacs? Yeah, I like those. They have good height on them, but they still look soft and delicate. So, let's see. Can't really put anything here. I'm using coarse dirt, by the way, and if you're in survival mode, there are biomes where you can harvest that, or you can find it, you can make it with gravel. Oh, I don't have a crafting thing here. I'll show you in a minute. You can make it with gravel and dirt. Gravel does have a purpose. That'll grass over after a while. Okay. So we have flowers in some areas. We have some shrubbery around this corner. Thinking, well, I kind of wanted to put another row on it, but it would block that window, and I really don't want to do that, so we'll keep the shrubs down. By George, I do believe we have it. And what's really cool is when you do the little window boxes like that, is it adds color from the inside without adding clutter and taking up space. See how you can see the flowers through the windows? So that gives it a really nice effect, because you get that. See, even in our teeny tiny little kitchen, it makes it a little bit nicer. And you can see the flower in front of this window. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the window boxes. Yeah. I don't think we can see any of that from here though. No. Because this is supposed to be private. Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for your time. Your time is very valuable and important, and I really appreciate you sticking with me through this. I apologize again for my initial flub-ups trying to get the furniture to work right with the slabs. If you stuck through it, you're awesome. If you fast-forwarded, it's still good, because I would have fast-forwarded past it too if I could have. Anyway, I hope this gave you some ideas. You may not like what I've done exactly, and you may not want to duplicate it, but maybe it stirred your own creative juices and gives you ideas of things that you would like to do. The whole point of this video was to show the advantages of using slabs for your floor as opposed to the blocks, because it does open up more options for your interior decorating. Obviously it was a struggle at first until I got the hang of it again, so I do again apologize for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something from it, and I'd like to see you return. Thank you very much for your time.